Hey there, today I want to talk to you about energy. How have you been feeling lately? Is your energy been high? Kind of, you just feel like you can get, you know, you can do whatever you want. You can get to the task you have set yourself, like your mental energy, your focus is strong, your physical energy, you can get up in the morning, no snooze button for you. You can exercise, you know what I mean? You have energy to live your life, to do stuff, right? Or have you been feeling kind of the opposite? It's like drained, tired, physically tired, maybe mentally tired, maybe emotionally drained, right? All those things that we feel sometimes, right? And maybe we don't quite know what to do. It seems that there's so many things we could do, so much advice out there, but we don't quite know where to start. So if that's you, I know that's definitely been me in the past, and I naturally have a very high energy. And then in the recent years, especially last year, was challenging for me, and I've been noticing I've noticed like I just don't have the focus that I used to have, or I would be physically tired, and it's just I didn't feel like myself. And then I'll tell you that at the end, but I wanted to talk about the 5 pillars of energy management, really, of energy cultivation that I've identified. And you won't be surprised about this, or maybe by the last one. But so 5 pillars, 5 elements, if you will, 5 pillars as I call them. The first one, quite obviously, not surprisingly, physical, right? So, and I'll pose some questions to you so you can reflect on this for yourself and see where are you with these, right? First one, physical. So the question really is, what are your non-negotiable when it comes to physical self-care? And that means, you might be familiar with this, a lot of you probably are, but think nutrition, right? How well are you eating to support your energy, or eating to support your energy? No, not quite. How well are you exercising, right? Are you exercising? Are you moving your body? Think sleep, but not just sleep. Sleep is one thing, the quality and the quantity of sleep, but also other forms of rest. Sleep is only one of them, right? How are you resting? And then also an important one that maybe a lot of people miss or aren't really aware of is, how are you breathing? Our breath is such a source of energy for us, and we often aren't aware of it. So, what are your non-negotiable when it comes to physical self-care, right? Ask yourself this question and answer it as well and see where could you optimize things. The second, so first physical, second is mental. And the question here really is, what is the quality of your thinking, right? We think around, according to research, around 70,000 thoughts per day. Now, how aware are you of your thinking is the first question to ask, right? Do you even know what you're thinking? Or you're just kind of lost in this stream of perpetual thinking, because that's the nature of our mind. And it just carries you away with it, and it's affecting you. Make no mistake, it's affecting all of us. But it seems like you have no control over it. So if you're not aware, of course, you can't do anything about it. So the first step, if you're not aware of your thinking, would be to become aware. So what are you thinking? What are your predominant thoughts? Because we have about 70,000 thoughts per day. The research also shows that we have about around 90% of them, or 85% of them, around that percentage of the thoughts are repetitive. So we're thinking the same thoughts every day. It's like giving ourselves these affirmations, basically, whether you believe in that stuff or not, you're giving yourself mental commands, and what we repetitively think turns into beliefs about ourselves, about the world, about our life. So really pay attention to the quality of your thinking, and if you aren't aware, then start paying attention, because when what you can see clearly, you can also shift, so it serves you better. So third one is emotional pillar, right? So do you feel emotionally supported, or how supported do you feel emotionally? And also, do you feel like you can freely and safely express or process your emotions or not? That's very important, right? Because emotions arise and they move and they go. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end. How in tune are you with your emotions, right? Emotions that are repressed can cause a lot of damage in different ways. That can, impact our body. These things are all connected, right? It's not like these are discrete individual categories that have nothing to do with one another. Of course, this is a holistic way of looking at your energy, and these are different pillars that you can approach to shift things, but they are all also connected. So first, physical, mental, emotional. The fourth that I identified is really important, and you might have as well, is social. And that means our relationships, right? Our kind of, how part of are we of this world, of our community, right? So do you feel, do you feel like you have enough people to turn to, right? That's the quantity of your social connections. But then also important, I feel, equally important for our energy is the quality. So first, do you have enough people in your social circle so that you always have someone to turn to if you need to, or people turning to you? So there's like a kind of mutual positive exchange and support. And then the quality, really what that comes down to, that I've learned in my work with people and my own experience, is how, like, do you feel you can be really yourself? How easy is it to feel, like you can be your real self around people? And the more of those relationships you have where you can feel, when you feel at ease and being fully yourself, the better that aspect of your energy will be. Because, if you feel like you need to put on a mask or have to hide parts of yourself, that can be very, very draining. It requires energy to put masks on and to keep certain parts out, right? So, and the last one that I said might be a surprise, but probably not for a lot of you, is spiritual. And when I say spiritual, it really means connectedness. How connected are you to yourself, deep within, to what you feel is your core? Or are you just kind of, at the effect of your thoughts all the time? Or do you feel that connection within to what someone, some might call inner wisdom? I like to call it that way, or some center of, that inner voice, right? That is guiding you when it needs to, or that is a source of information and wisdom for you. So how connected are you with yourself? But also, how connected do you feel to what is beyond your individual self? So whether that are people around you, in your environment, your community, the world, or beyond, right? How connected do you feel with something greater than you? So think about these 5 things. I'll sum them up. So physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual. And they all contribute tremendously to you, to me, to all of us having a great energy. And if any of them is really impaired, you bet it's going to impact the energy. That, and if you don't, what's the point of even talking about it? Energy is at the core. It's the absolute foundation of everything. If you want to, achieve goals, but even if you just want to feel good in the moment and live your life to the fullest, have great experiences, do things that bring you joy, earn money and living in a way that's fulfilling to you, and, I don't know, care for a garden. I have this huge garden that I need energy to take care of. You know what I mean? I really enjoy it, but it also requires energy. So really thinking about these five areas in which you can optimize your energy. Yeah, I hope that will be helpful to you. So I've just introduced them now, but obviously there's so much more to it, so much more I could say. So I'm laying it all out in a online class that I'm hosting in a couple of weeks' time. I'll put details in the description of this video, and I hope you'll join me. I'll be laying out a lot more about these 5 pillars, what I learned with my work with clients, the tools that I have to optimize each of these areas. There'll be so much good stuff, and I'll also introduce you to my 4-pronged approach that kind of underlies these pillars. So the pillars are different angles, if you will, that you can approach things. And then there's 4 approaches which you can implement 1 or more of them. And without a doubt, your energy would be soaring. So I hope you'll join me. It's going to be really fun, really value-packed. So I hope to see you there. I'll put all the details below this video. Have a great day. I hope you have a great energy-filled week, and I'll see you soon.